Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Let me get in on this. Let me chime in on this running back situation. All right. So, as of this record, I'm recording this. I believe it's a day after. There's been a ton of stuff coming out about the fact that Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs, I believe, didn't get max deals. These are traditional running backs. These are running backs, one, Saquon for the New York Giants and Josh Jacobs for the Las Vegas Raiders. And there's been a whole lot of talk, a whole lot of discussion in regards to the fact that they didn't get their max deals. You know, there's a lot of running backs complaining about, you know, the position is no longer appreciated. They ain't getting their money, all that kind of stuff. While I totally understand, trust me, you're speaking to someone, played football, been there, done that, played fullback, played linebacker, coached running backs at the high school level, totally understand the knee-jerk reaction to feeling a type of way that the running backs aren't getting the fair treatment, all right? However, understand it's a business. Understand it's a business. And in this business, it's the amount of things you can do. It's the amount of things you can do. All right, let me real quick story. All right, I'm going to take you into Kenneth P. LaValle Stadium for a second. This is Stony Brook University, where I played my college football. All right, we had my first year when I got there. We had that guy. We had a dude. We had him. We had a running back that everybody in that locker room, every single person in that locker room believed was going to make it to the NFL. His name was Eddie Gowins, right? And I remember he was him. He was that dude. He balled, he did his thing, ain't nobody gonna front. He absolutely played. A lot of people probably know his brother Jordan, because Jordan actually ended up having a great career there as well. But before Jordan Gowins, his older brother Eddie was that dude. He was that motherfucker. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a fullback, and I got the opportunity to see it up close and personal myself. So I remember I walked into the locker room one day, and there was another player that I really, really did admire a lot. His name was Julian Glenn. Jules. We used to call him Jules, and Jules played linebacker at the time. However, previously he was a running back, and I just happened to be walking in, and they were having a conversation about Eddie and his chances of making it to the league and all that kind of stuff. And I sort of caught the end of the argument. I didn't get a chance to get into the debate myself, but I caught the end of the argument when Jules dropped the mic with, "Look, if Cheese," that's what we called him Cheese. He goes, "Look, if Cheese is trying to go to the league and really make it in the league, he needs to get them hands right." Meaning he needs to make sure he can catch passes out the backfield, meaning he needs to be able to jump it. If need be, he needs to be able to jump to the slot position, be able to run some routes as good as receivers are, all that kind of stuff. He needs to get them hands right. This happened 13 years ago, and it turns out to be 1,000% accurate. Running backs, if you are just a running back, you are only as good as your offensive line. Understand that. So we're clear on that. All you young running backs right now, if you are just able to play running back, you're only as good as your offensive line is going to make you. It's not now. If you're an athlete, if you're a Deebo Samuels type of a guy who can get the ball out the backfield in the handoff, go to the slot, make some passes, who can really propose a threat in the passing game, what it does is it makes it so the offensive coordinator is a whole lot more flexible with their play calling. They don't have to change personnel. The defensive coordinator now sees you in the game. They're like, okay, look, I can't just sell out on the run. Now I got to make sure my pass defense, my DBs are on alert. Imagine as a DB has to look at the running back and say, oh shit, he's just as able to make catches out the backfield, and he's just as effective in the passing game as he's in the running game. That's what you have to be as a running back. So you young running backs listening to me right now, make sure you are not confining yourself, or you're letting your coach confine you to one position, because you can't. It's not going to work for you. Your career will not last if you can only do one thing. And this is actually true outside of the football field. I'll give you a recent example, and I'll close you out with this. Just this week, I teach at a school right here in West Palm Beach named the Creative Center of Education, right? And there had a situation in which there was a family that came in for a tour, and this family didn't speak any English. They only spoke Creole. Now, the only person in this entire building, our entire establishment, that spoke Creole was Shay Daniel, who is an assistant teacher and happened to be on break. So now, what do we do? Like, again, no one knows what's going on. We're scrambling, trying to get people in to give this lady a tour, to give this family a tour. And ultimately, I can't say, I don't know what the result was, because I had to go and perform my responsibilities. But the bottom line is, The fact that that happened when you're talking about who you're going to hire, when you're talking about who's the best candidate for a specific position, when you're talking about and we just had this debate, talking about standardized tests and do you have this master's and do you have that? Nothing in the SAT, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, nothing in the SAT asks you what you're going to do in a situation when you run a business and someone who's interested in your business comes in but doesn't speak your language and you don't have someone who's bilingual. Like, so who's actually more valuable? Who's actually more valuable to the organization? Who exactly do we need in the organization? The person that has all these fancy degrees, or someone that is actually bilingual and can expand and take your business to the next? Okay. Listen, I'm giving you guys too much for free. Giving you too much for free. All right, listen. MakeYourMove.com. That's MakeYourMove.com. Hit me up. All you business, I'm giving you business owners too much for free right now. Hit me up. I will host a workshop for you guys, a Move Swiftly workshop, and we break down your company. We break down everything you're about. We see who you have, who you're bringing in, the questions that you're asking, even to attract potential employees to your organization, and in turn, how you improve the customer base, how you improve the morale, how you improve everything. Understand, I came from the sports world, came from the football world, and the game is going to teach you how to run a business. It's going to teach you life in so many different ways, and I've been able to codify that message and break it down for you in a way in which you will not be sorry at the investment that you make when you decide to purchase a Move Swiftly workshop. All right. Again, main website to check out, MakeYourMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.